Member Cathie Wood, close your fund.
What's going on, investors? My name is Dio. Welcome to Frontline Investment. Not to waste your time, I think something crazy is about to happen. Possibly, okay? So Jim Cramer met with the CEO of Bionano Genomics. Yesterday, we saw the picture going crazy. Eric went to New York City yesterday and he took a picture with Jim Cramer. And as you guys know, I already shared like 3 videos talking about Cramer and his price prediction of Bionano Genomics. You know, during 2 of his Mad Money programs, we got 2 callers calling in asking him about Bionano Genomics investment. And the first time somebody called in, he told that person that in his opinion, Bionano Genomics is a speculative stock. Then the second time somebody called in again, he said Bionano Genomics is possibly a good one, and he referred that person to go to Ark Invest to go and see a lot of stocks in the Ark Genomic Fund ETF, and possibly to invest in Ark Invest Genomic Fund. So now something crazy is about to happen, okay? Jim Cramer and Cathie Wood, they have been throwing punches at each other, over the past weeks. Since Ark Genomic Fund started to go down, not only Ark Genomic Fund, even the Ark KK, they were going down, okay, during the massive sell-off that we saw, that is just about to end, or hopefully has ended already. Jim Cramer, he threw a lot of punches. I'm going to be sharing some videos with you guys towards the end of this video. You guys are going to see how Jim Cramer, how he was throwing punches at Ark, Invest CEO Cathie Wood, and I think there is a possibility that Jim Cramer is going to be bullish Bionano Genomics, maybe today or in the next couple of days. There is a possibility somebody is going to call Jim Cramer once again, and he's going to change his tone. He's going to stop calling Bionano Genomics a speculative stock, and he's going to finally give a bullish signal, because Eric went to Jim Cramer's restaurant in New York, and I'm very sure, apart from that photo, there surely must be a lot of things both of them discussed. And as you guys can see, Jim Cramer is more or less somehow against Cathie Wood. Even though he has mad respect for Cathie Wood, somehow he's against Cathie Wood. Even a few weeks ago, he was advising Ark Invest to close, to turn it to private, to close the fund. He said Cathie Wood close the fund. I'm going to play the video towards the end of this video, and you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. So in my opinion, since PACB is the largest Ark Invest investment. I mean, whenever it comes to genomic, Ark Invest is, more or less super bullish. PACB, they are the largest shareholder of Pacific Biosciences of California, and they are against Bionano Genomics. I've shared tons of video talking about Simon. Even yesterday he went on Twitter and he was talking about PACB and the acquisition of how PACB acquires Omnion or Omnipore or whatever it is that company is called. And we saw Cisco Invest, Cisco Trader. He went to Simon's page on Twitter and he commented on the page, asking Simon why PACB is still investing in short read sequencing, why not long read sequencing, and so on and so forth. So you guys know that Simon is against Bionano Genomics. I mean, this guy is clearly not going to advise his boss, whom is Cathie Wood, to invest in Bionano Genomics. If that happens, it's gonna be a miracle. From what we have seen so far, Ark Invest is not ready to put any money in Bionano Genomics. So if Eric met with Jim Cramer in New York, and if he's able to turn Cramer, to the side of Bionano Genomics, I think there is going to be something super interesting. Something interesting is going to happen. I am super pumped. I want to see where this is going to, okay? And so few minutes ago, more or less like 1 hour ago right now, because now it's almost 10 o'clock, Jim Cramer made this tweet. He said, new great name tonight on Mad Money on CNBC, a growth stock whose time has come. So there is a chance that Jim Cramer is going to be talking about Bionano Genomics. You guys can clearly see that he met with the CEO of Bionano Genomics in New York. This is the picture they took, and you guys can see that they were laughing more or less. Maybe they had a shot of tequila, and they talk about what is going on in the stock market. And for sure, Eric was telling Jim Cramer about Bionano Genomics and why it's in New York and so on and so forth. So there is a possibility that we are going to be seeing something about Bionano Genomics tonight. So I am just here to let you guys know that, be ready, be prepared, okay? There is a good possibility something huge, a good announcement is going to happen. maybe Eric is going to be the guest of Jim Cramer on Mad Money. There is also a possibility that they already recorded this video that Jim Cramer is possibly going to play tonight on Mad Money, because it doesn't mean it is live, okay? Sometimes they record it. So there is possibility that Eric is going to be on Mad Money tonight, talking about Bionano Genomics. I mean, everything is possible. We are going to see what's going on. And if nothing about Bionano Genomics is spoken about today, in my opinion, whenever somebody calls in again, asking about Bionano Genomics investment, if they should invest in Bionano Genomics or not, I think Jim Cramer is now a pro Bionano Genomics, a pro BNGO. I think Jim Cramer right now is one of our supporters, okay? I mean, this picture speaks a lot. I think that's all I want to share with you guys in this video. So now let's check out the clips of Jim Cramer, how he was attacking Cathie Wood and telling her to close a fund. Have a wonderful day, guys. I remember about Dio. This is Funkla Investment. Ciao.
Cathie Wood's Ark, I saw on Twitter this morning. You asked, what stock is she going to save today?
Well, I like to take it's kind of, I mean, it's a little bit of a poll. It's a little bit of a parlor game. She's buying, she's the best there is, got to say that. She's buying every stock that should be crushed by the interest rate move. I mean, these are classic long dated assets that she's buying, and that's what you're supposed to be selling. But the idea of ganging up on Cathie Wood, this is not, David, when you gang up on Cathie Wood, you're not ganging up on Melvin Capital. I just want you to know that.
Well, important point here, and you're right. There's no leverage.
No leverage.
ETF's not levered.
Right.
So now, she did have a lot of outflows yesterday, though, Jim.
Well, what can I say, David?
I mean, by the way, a number that's so big, it's probably larger than her entire fund was only a handful of years ago.
But, David, she stopped Tesla right in its tracks on the decline.
Yeah.
So, I mean, today it's Cathie Wood, it's David Portnoy, it's Vlad. It's pretty much everybody who matters.
It's kind of the new world, isn't it?
Tiger Woods. Now, when I look at this, I mean, look, she sells the spunk every day. Everyone who wants to understand what Cathie Wood does, she puts out, it's 6:51 yesterday, when she puts out what she did. And there was a time, David, you know this, when there were people who would say, all right, she's got big outflows. Let's go against Unity Software. Let's break Cathie Wood. But you can't because she's not levered.
Right.
So instead, you just see outflows and you say, okay, which one is she going to stop? Is she going to stop Square today? Square did not have a great conference call, and they're all Bitcoin. So maybe she stops the decline in Square. This has become the ultimate parlor game, Carl. We look at these things instead of investing, instead of trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. Do you buy J&J? We are looking and saying, you know what? Holy cow, she is making a statement right now with Aero Environment selling it again. How did this happen? How did this person become what we do for a living? Honestly, Carl, I don't know.
It is remarkable. She's been coming on for years, but her influence has grown, as you said, more recently. Jim, I know you were watching this report out of CFRA talking about ripple effects potentially out of Ark, but they say we think they can manage their cash flow and use the liquidity of some of its large cap positions to mitigate any impact from those flows.
Memo to Cathie Wood, close your fund. Close it. Listen to what the late Jack Bogle would say. Close it. Concentrate on performance, not on trying to deploy capital. It's okay. It's no sin. It's what the great ones do. Peter Lynch did it. I mean, you just close it. You don't just sit here and just keep taking in money and taking a look at what stock's down a lot and saying, you know what, I'm doing a cold shot. That's it, Tesla 620. I'm done. Tesla goes higher. That's the kind of hubris. No, David, help me here.
What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, I think back to 25 years ago when we knew nothing about what any fund manager was. Forget 25 years ago. We knew nothing about anything back then, and it was impossible to get a hold of information other than to pick up your actual phone. I think they had push buttons. It wasn't rotary, but, you know, you'd pick up your phone and try and find things out. Now we actually get sent at the end of the day or in the morning every single trade that she made. It's amazing. Some of the transparency is helpful. It's interesting. And, you know, this is, as you say, something we go through. Remember, it's not just one fund. It's ARKF, it's ARKG, it's ARKK that she's buying and or selling for. I keep seeing every morning now, the second morning in a row, Discovery is is right at the top there.
But she was selling
which,
Square,
of course,
David.
Has been an incredible momentum stock suddenly over the last 8 weeks.
But can we look at these stocks and just say that if you want to look at a list of stocks that you don't buy when the 10-year the rates are rising, you say, I don't want to own long-dated assets. I want to own John Deere. I don't even want lumber. And these are the kinds of stocks that should go down. But the people who are following her don't understand. Many do not understand the intricacies between long-dated assets and the rise in interest rates. So this could be one of the situations where the whole portfolio could fall because of interest rates. And Carl, that's no sin. It's just that when you keep taking money in and you keep deploying, I find sometimes that what you're really doing is trying to keep up with your own inflows over the transom instead of trying to figure out performance and what's the right stock. And that's where I think she is right now. I know I'm going to take a lot of heat for that, and I really love that because I am, in the end, Jimmy Chill.